Losing 22 and 24-year-old sons is too much to bear for a father. Jamal was displaced from the Sukari neighborhood of Aleppo. Before talking about his sons, he showed us how the city was subjected to barrel bombs, airstrikes, and looting by Assad's gangs known here as Shabiha. He says his military fatigues were donated by a fighter and owns 2 sets of clothes, so he can wear one when the other is being washed. He's come back to a home which doesn't even have a door for the bathroom. The former carpenter is trying to rebuild his life after losing 35 members of his extended family since the uprising began in 2011.
We lived 6 years in Afrin, and we are here in the free Aleppo again. I hope the situation now in Aleppo will be better, God willing.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.
I remember my sons who were killed. I can't describe how noble they were. They were respected and loved by our neighbors. They dedicated themselves to the freedom of Syria.
There's no water in the Sukari neighborhood these days, and people must go long distances to get it. Nearly 250,000 people were besieged, starved, and forcefully displaced by Assad and his allies. Now every other building is destroyed by war, every household scarred, and in every street, someone wants to tell their story. Najah used to be a teacher. Unlike everyone else in her family, she stayed in Aleppo.
I was living in my daughter's house because Assad's intelligence people took our house. I became homeless. I say to the new government, you are welcome. Please be merciful and fair to us. Be transparent and spread justice among all the Syrians. Make the economy strong and build houses for those who lost their homes.
Aleppo was the industrial heart of Syria, a city home to nearly 2.5 million people. After years of separation and grief, families here are locked in warm embraces. Many reuniting and seeing their city for the first time in a long while say their feelings cannot be expressed in words. Those who can afford it have already begun rebuilding. Abu Omar wants to move out of his father's small apartment.
After Aleppo was freed, instead of living with my father's family, I decided to paint my house. I don't have all the furniture, but we will try to live in it as best as we can.
The United Nations and Syria's allies say they will help the people, but Syrians will need to take charge of transforming a broken country after years of destruction and bloodshed.